Katata curve, ka trendsetter SUV ke bawandar kalapoy ha Shillong. One ban test drive ka coupe SUV paningkong ekari ani pila ban phone ni number bala ai room. Menteri rang baga jylla Conrad ke sangmau lapan te baga sorga jylla ke lapan lot kumba khandai spa Klur tingka tang ban Siew Tulop ikinong ikai Skul bamdei sorkar. Haba keren hai je kendo bat kinong thok Khubor menta sngi Conrad ulong ba. Ngi penlot khandai spa khanyo Klur shisnam ban Siew Tulop ikinong ikai ki Skul ki bamdei sorkar ha ka shisnam. Ulong ba kidan shibun jat ki kerdan Skul ha ka jylla ha ka ba ki long ka jingten jo ya ka sorkar namar ka dawai ka jinglot ka bajur ladaya so lang ya ki baro. Hendrai ka sorkar kadang persang ban le ya kani namar ba ka jinglot kan kot syakashi hajar Klur. Kini ke Skul bamdei jong ka sorkar ki don shibun ki kerdan kum ki SSA ad hoc but deficit.
Yeah, so this says a lot, you know. So most of the categorization is in the private schools, and as I said again, we spend about 917 crores giving salaries for these private schools. These are not owned by government. I keep repeating, the basic categorization of schools is only the government schools, SSA schools, and all the rest of the schools are private schools. SSA is more or less government type. It's government, central government and state government funded, and the assets also belong to the state government. But in terms of those private schools, which I mentioned on top, these are purely privately managed, privately owned schools. The assets are owned by the private managing committee. The school is run by them. The managing committee also is majorly constituted of the private entity. But government supports them in terms of salaries, money to be given to them to run their school. So we pay some part of the salaries. If it's deficit, then we give a certain pay scale. If it is ad hoc, then we pay certain grant. Now within these also there are multiple categories of schools which are there. And as I said, trying to bring 2-3 categories together means that we'll have to see the benefits and the perks and the salaries we're giving. Then we'll have to give the standard to all of them. And once we start doing that, the impact of that goes to hundreds of crores. So therefore, the decision is not so simple. What I'm trying to say is that even now, without touching these things, we're still paying 917. If we were to bring a uniformity, that number may go up to about 1,500 crores. So that's the kind of a decision that we have to think of. I'm not saying it will be 1,500, but I'm just giving you a number, plus minus it could be. But that's the challenge in actually coming to a decision like that, because it has huge financial implications.
How long it will
increase that amount says, I don't have the exact figure with me right now in terms of the percentage, but roughly the collection increased to about 70 to 80 crores. That cess money is being used for the education mission. It is with that money now that we are building the government LP school buildings. So I don't have that presentation right now with me. I'll give it to you next time. So we'll continue this education presentation next time. But you know that there are about 2,000 plus LP schools, government LP schools, and we have either renovated or we have sanctioned new buildings for all of them in the last 6 years. All of them. And that is the money has come from the cess that you mentioned. In the past, it was never utilized for education or for building grants, but we started it. And now with the help of that money, almost all the government LP schools, again, grant in aid, we're giving them salaries, but the buildings we are not giving. Buildings I give once in a while from, say, my CMSDF scheme, or if they ask for some grants which we give from, say, central government once in a while. But there's no uniform grant for schools which are private in nature. It is ad hoc and deficit. We don't have the money. We don't have a building grant for them as of now. But right now, but as I said again, not to say that they are not doing the job. They are doing a great job, but the scale is massive.
So,